When someone tries to humiliate you in public, the worst thing you can do is rush to fix it. That is exactly how people lose these moments. They explain, they defend, they laugh too hard. They start talking fast, trying to clean up the tension before anyone judges them. But that panic is the whole win, because humiliation is almost never about the actual words. It is about getting you to react in a way that lowers you in front of other people. The real target is not the insult. It is your loss of composure. Most people think they need a comeback. Usually, they do not. Usually, the stronger move is much simpler. Do not help them perform your collapse. That is the trap. The losing reaction is easy to recognize. You start explaining what you really meant. You argue with the tone. You try to prove you are not affected. You rush to show the room that you are still comfortable. But the more urgently you try to recover, the more obvious it becomes that they moved you, and that is usually all they wanted. Because people do this for the same reason they do most weak things in public. They want a small status boost without having to be openly aggressive. A slick comment in a meeting, a joke in front of friends, a condescending little jab on a date dressed up as banter. Different setting, same move. The hidden rule is this: the person trying to humiliate you usually wants speed. They want you emotional. They want you eager. They want you reacting before you think. Because once you start scrambling, they control the rhythm. So do the opposite. Pause. Look at them and make them carry what they just said. You can say, "What do you mean by that?" Or, "Can you explain that?" Or, if you want to make it a little sharper, "Was that supposed to make me look bad?" Now the pressure shifts, because the spotlight is no longer on your embarrassment. It is on their behavior. And that is where people like this usually get weak. Now they have to choose. Either they backpedal, or they downplay it, or they say the ugly part out loud in front of everyone. None of those options help them. Picture it. A coworker throws out a slick little comment in a meeting. Instead of defending yourself, you just ask, "What do you mean by that?" Now they have to either retreat or publicly own the cheap shot. A friend takes a joke too far because there is an audience. You do not fake laugh. You do not rush in to smooth it over. You let the silence sit there long enough for everyone to feel what just happened. A date gives you one of those polite little insults disguised as confidence. You look at them and say, "That was unnecessary." Calmly. No speech, no anger, no performance. That is what most people do not understand. Awkward silence usually hurts the attacker more than the target, as long as the target stays calm, because calm under pressure signals something powerful. You are not begging the room to put you back together. You are not chasing approval. You are not fighting to get back into the frame. You never left it. When someone tries to humiliate you, do not rush to save the moment. Slow it down and make them stand next to what they just did.